No forever wars. No forever wars. Thank you.
At least 100 people gathered throughout Woodland, gathering in the city's downtown area this evening to speak out against U.S. military action abroad. Combat veteran and U.S. Representative Mike Thompson, you just saw him there. He organized the event to encourage community members to let their voices be heard. Fox 40's Sierra Krug joins us live in studio with more about what people were saying out there tonight. Sierra?
Well, Dennis, while this rally was about unity, people from all walks of life joining together with a common message, protesting the idea of the country's involvement in a, quote, forever war in the Middle East. It was also largely a place to platform local veterans, those who say war is all they have known.
War is a young veteran with a bottle of liquor in a small town in the United States trying to chase away the demons that followed him home.
Whether in silence
And join me in a moment of silence.
or volume. Woodland's Heritage Plaza filled with voices echoing one unifying message this Saturday afternoon.
No forever wars.
A week since the Trump administration launched military strikes on Iran, a decision made without congressional approval, combat veteran and U.S. Congressman Mike Thompson gathering the community in protest.
I'm a combat veteran, and before I'm willing to send someone else's son or daughter into combat, I want to know that there is an urgent need to do that. War should always be the last option.
President Trump saying this action abroad was justified.
They were very close to a nuclear weapon. They would have had one if we didn't do our B-2 hit.
And many people of Iran celebrating the takedown of their supreme leader.
Iran!
But Thompson, alongside a crowd of veterans, kids, school teachers, parents, and grandparents, saying the Constitution must be upheld.
We've seen this president change his explanation of justification a number of times already, and quite honestly, none of it has made any sense.
With signs held high and heads held higher, attendees tell us this was about solidarity and empowerment, while respecting the 6 U.S. service members' lives already lost. This respect coming largely from those who also paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Seeing the support out here from the community and fellow veterans more so solidifies it for myself that the line that I stand on is not a line that I stand on alone.
The louder we get, the more that we do this, the more a signal it's going to send to all our leaders that say, hey, no, we have to make sure that we're standing strong for peace and not war.
This is the second event like this Thompson's team has hosted in the past couple of days. Now, one man I spoke with took time this evening to remind veterans that he understands the impacts of serving can last a lifetime. He says resources for help are available. We have more information online at fox40.com. Dennis?
Sierra, thank you.